Hello, hello. Happy hump day. It is a very busy day here. I actually had my own personal doctor's appointment today, which means I got home barely any time before this. I actually set up this live in the doctor's office and excuse me. I have a busy day, so I can't stay the full normal time here, and I feel bad about that. But I thought it was better than just skipping altogether. So I currently have bacon in the oven. Pray for me that it doesn't burn because I'm trying to get ahead for the dinner game. I still have a grocery video that I'm editing that I need to get out. But I typically, you can see my other computer up there. I typically don't have doctor's appointments in the middle of the day, and I didn't get to be picky. So this is for, sorry all you men out there, a gynecologist appointment. And I already had to wait almost 2 months to get this appointment, a month and a half. And I had to go like 30 miles west of where I live to get the earliest available appointment. So I wasn't going to be picky about the date and time. I just took the first one I could get. Otherwise, if I wanted to be super picky and get one close, it was going to be much longer. So I feel rushed today. But you know what? I'm having a good day. It's super sunny here, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day too. I see some comments popping up. There are lots of highs, so we'll get going. I felt like there was something I wanted to tell you guys, but I can't remember what it was. And I'm going to ward off the question. I still have not done 0. I'm literally going to put it like a reminder in my phone right now to ask someone to use their phone tonight, because I don't think of it until I'm about to be live or someone asks me on here. But I'm putting it in my calendar right now to ask someone tonight to use their phone to see if I can download a free version. 0 test girl's phone. Tonight we'll set the reminder for 8 p.m. One of them should be home. So my girls have Mom Elsie's managing a middle school softball team, so she has a game tonight. Mila is running track, but they have a meet tonight. It's just like da, 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 da. So I have to have dinner ready early so that one can eat before they go, and then one will eat when she gets home. But I'm like, hello, it's annoying. But it's fun. I mean, I love the mom life. It's just hard to juggle everything and get everyone fed and also have an independent life. So if I seem frazzled, I am. Happily frazzled, I guess. Fun with cars. Hello, Niagara Falls. Yay. I've only been in Niagara Falls on the Canadian side. I've tried both times to convince my husband to just go to, neither of us have ever been in New York State, to just go to New York just to do it and have lunch over there. But both times we stayed in Canada. But hello. Hello from Nevada. Hello, and North Dakota. And hi, darling. I can't remember offhand where you're from. Sorry. I wish I could. Hello in Texas. We're all over the place. I love it, you guys. Thank you for showing up. Getting back on the fasting wagon and dealing with headaches and mood swings, trying to up my electrolytes. That would definitely be my first suggestion. I think mood swings for me was an issue early on, and I definitely kept busy was my biggest thing because I like to eat and it was hard for me to adjust to the lifestyle. I have said it before, but one of my biggest things, especially it was June, so we had nice weather, going to the park where my son could go play and I could be by myself, walking, podcasts, audiobooks, take my iced coffee and just walk and pass time in ways that I liked without dealing with other people, so that they didn't see how grumpy I was. But I understand that, and I do think electrolytes could really help. I know a lot of people have said it helps with headaches or nausea. I didn't really ever deal with either of those. I did have headaches at the beginning. Electrolytes weren't even on my radar, but I think it would have been good. I would be understanding that I think it is not the most fun thing to deal with. But then I think of things that guys have to deal with, and I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I'm female. I think we probably both have our differences to deal with, right? Oh, thank you so much, Fun with Cars. Hello, and Callie. Hello. Thank you for joining. Niagara Falls is nicer on the Canadian side, except in the state park. Okay, I didn't even know there was a state park for Niagara Falls. That makes sense. But it's definitely touristy and expensive on the Canadian side, but lots of fun things to do. Darlene, Kentucky. Sorry. Thank you for reminding me. Hello, JJ, Orange County, California. Ooh, I want to be in California. I love visiting that one time when I want a car. But thank you and welcome. Hi, Karen. I'm doing well. You're on your lunch break. Turkey sandwich, cottage cheese, and mustard dipped with veggies. Yum. I have not tried that trend. Cottage cheese with mustard and dipping veggies in it. No, but I like all those things. And I like the more savory cottage cheese. So I think I'd like that. I love potato chips with pepper and cottage cheese. That's the trend my mom started. That was how we used to eat cottage cheese. And I still love it. But I didn't even know that was a trend. I need to check that out. That sounds yummy to me. My OMAD today is going to be, we're having breakfast for dinner. And I'm making homemade, I'm going to shred potatoes, soak them, and fry them like hash browns with butter, salt, pepper, probably a little bit of oil to keep the butter from burning as easily. And then we're going to have chorizo, avocado, eggs, salsas, hot sauce, shredded cheese. Others in my family use a cheese sauce. I won't use that. Onion. Did I say avocado already? I don't know. All the fixings. It's going to be loaded hash browns. So basically, like, you can get hash brown bowls at breakfast restaurants. And then we have raisin toast on the side. I'm very much looking forward to it. I don't remember what that idea was, or if you're talking about someone in the comments, but yay for positivity. Sorry, I literally lose my focus. I just started intermittent fasting thanks to you. Yay, welcome. And question, is OMAD considered intermittent or something else? So I think intermittent, the definition is just like periods of time. So you go in between. And I think OMAD is a type of intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is like a larger umbrella that can cover anything from 1 meal a day or a 22-2 schedule or a 16-8. You can do intermittent fasting in so many ways. And for me, like my very personal schedule is I do OMAD most days, and then I tend to weekly have a down day and an up day. So I throw in a little alternate day fasting, and then I throw in longer fasts. So I do I do intermittent fasting daily, but how I implement it changes a little bit, if that makes sense. But I definitely think, I want to look up the textbook definition of intermittent right now to make sure I'm like saying that right. Intermittent. Stopping and starting repeatedly or with periods in between. Definitely. Yeah. So OMAD would definitely be that. Geez, my voice is, you would think I was screaming. I feel like I'm losing my voice just with basic talking. I can't even, Rani Tareen. I'm probably saying that wrong. Sorry. I'm over 40 and fasting worked for me at the beginning. Now I've switched to eating more protein and strength training, but I'm still not losing weight. Any suggestions? Well, excuse me. Were you still having success before you made those switches? Because sometimes again, I need to make this disclaimer. I actually was really good about making this disclaimer every live, and then I got out of the habit, but I'm an enthusiast. I don't have any medical or fitness or nutrition background, and I actually really hate giving advice on any of those because it's all from my point of view. I like the easy approach. I fast and I don't. And yes, I've been more considerate of opening my eating window with protein because I know it makes a difference, but I still don't like to track it. I don't try to make sure I get 1.9 grams per 2 pounds of body fat or body weight or whatever it is. But I just like the easy way. Like I fast or I don't. I do know, though, that sometimes when things happen and you're going through changes, your body sometimes in like a protective mode kind of holds on to like, okay, let's see what's going on. Do we need to hold this fat in case we hit starvation or in case we are in a period of drought or, you're like in survival mode where your body isn't going to take care of excess fat in case it needs it later on. So if you're just starting a change, it might be something like that. Again, not a medical person. Also, I don't do a bunch of strength training. I do want to get into it and I'm curious to see if it changes. But right now I walk a lot. I eat very little in the day time-wise, and I fast a lot. So I take the easy approach. I would, if you're feeling good and you're enjoying it, I would stick with it, even if you don't see the results right away, and then just see how you might end up tweaking it. But I don't really have much more to say beyond that. I don't know if others have. I know Kieran, she's a little, I don't want to say gym rat because I don't actually like that word. I don't like the word rat. Like, who wants to be called a rat? But I do think that she works out and tracks things better than I do. I am behind in comments. All of a sudden it went, let's see, I gotta get up here. I'm sorry. Holy moly. I'm way behind. I'm over 40. Wait, that's the one I just did. Jewel says, I enjoy your Wednesday live and look forward to seeing you. Oh, thank you. So I'll miss them in May, but hope you enjoy your downtime and maybe rest. I really appreciate that. I think I've shared on here, but I'm traveling 2 of the Wednesdays in May and then getting ready for summer. And I think it'd be harder to be like, I'm doing it, now I'm not. I'm doing it, now I'm not. So I'll be traveling to Ohio 1 week and then Washington, D.C. for the other. And there's literally no way I can make the lives work. And I just think it'd be easier to just be like, month of May, taking a break, getting ready for school, traveling. And then another reason I need to get ready for the summer is I might be having surgery in the summer. So I just need to be really on top of like prepped for summer. So I do appreciate that. I will miss doing the lives. It's nice to talk with you guys, but it's necessary. But thank you. Sandra's on her 3rd week of fast start and reading the fast piece repeat. Thank you for the recommendation. Yay! I'm glad you like that. And I'm glad it says you're feeling great and getting over counting calories. I 100% can imagine the peace you're feeling. And if you're feeling physically great on top of it, I hope you just keep going because that will build. I honestly feel like I didn't have like this euphoria and then it fizzled out. I just keep loving the lifestyle. I like not counting and feeling a slave to the numbers of portions and measuring. And that was really hard for me personally. And I love getting rid of it. So I'm glad you're finding that same peace. And congrats, 3 weeks in is a great runway. Any low carbers here? Not me. I like a lot of low carb things, but I definitely do not eat low carb. I know a lot of people do fasting with it. This is making me hungry again. Sorry. Sometimes I do think I probably shouldn't talk about my OMAD if most of us are fasting, but I actually really like talking food when I'm fasting because it's still like I've been able to find the balance of like enjoying parts of eating or food even if I'm not eating, and I think that's kind of nice. Ooh, let's see. I'm losing my oh no. I'm doing low carbs, just finished a 72-hour fast. First time last Saturday. Good for you. I wonder, did you feel like a really big sense of accomplishment? My first longer fast was 48 hours. And I remember being like, I cannot believe that Jackie Moravec, who loves to eat, didn't eat for 2 days and I'm okay. And then it was a 100-hour fast and I've done 1 5-day fast. I didn't quite have the same euphoria, but I was proud of myself. But the 3-day fast is my personal sweet spot, but I'm proud of you. We're doing a community one if you're new around here in June. The first weekend of June we do them. Hi Janelle, love seeing you guys say hi to everyone. She's out shopping right now. Alarm on my phone reminds me when you're on. See you next week live, I hope. Yay, I hope to see you then, and I appreciate you catching the replays. If you're not able to join it live, that means a lot to me. Oh yeah, talking about food can make you hungry, but I apologize for the temptation, Karen. Thank you for being here, though. Yay! Tarek, did I say that right? I'm glad it makes you smile. It makes me happy, too. What kind of mustard on the cottage cheese? I am curious about that as well. I'm guessing yellow mustard? Honey mustard would be good, but that obviously wouldn't be quite the same, like, nutrient makeup, I guess. A little more sugar, so probably not the one you're using. Let's see. Love, easy as a busy mom of 3s. Yes, I 100% agree. Well, when I started fasting, that was 5 years ago. So my kids were 3, 8, and 10, 5 years ago. And I really think I broke a lot of a lot of bad habits by fasting that I used to do, like making the kids lunch. I'd nibble. I'd eat their leftovers, even if I already just ate lunch. So I'm really glad I broke all of those. And I can be around food with kids all day now and not feel left out, which is amazing. Oh my gosh. My voice is like cracking here. I do not know what's going on. I don't have a cold or anything, but you would think so. I think OMAD is considered time-restricted eating. I feel like time-restricted eating and intermittent fasting are like the same thing with different words, but I'm not a linguistics person or super technical. I very much am like the easier way of things. So maybe there is a definition change. Even with OMAD, people get kind of, and I'm not saying you, darling, at all. People get kind of like bent out of shape that my eating window sometimes is 4 hours and sometimes it's 15 minutes. And in my opinion, I don't eat lunch, I don't eat breakfast, or I don't eat lunch and I don't eat dinner, I just ate breakfast if it's a longer time period. But I like the easy way. That's what I like to share. I'm rooting against your voice for your husband's sake. Rude. Who let the man in here? Just kidding. Let's see. Yellow mustard is my current fixation. It's so good. I only recently like cottage cheese. That is funny. I do remember you saying you just started eating cottage cheese. Was that what got you started on it? If you love yellow mustard though, Karen, Elsie loves yellow mustard on avocado and eating it with a spoon. I think it sounds kind of crazy, but it actually is pretty good. But I'm a big yellow mustard fan. I'm with you on that. I like pretty much any mustard. I like it. Yes, I'll try it too and let you know. I like to say when I coach is I intermittently eat, and that's a total mental shift for some. Oh, I like that. That could be it. I could see that being a big mindset shift, not a mind shift. Sorry, I just swore. I don't like to swear, but that's how it came out. Horseradish mustard, popular here in Buffalo. That sounds amazing. I love horseradish in anything. Yes, sign me up. I really want to like cottage cheese. I don't know why. I have no problem with that. I'm not a super like weirdo texture person. I know that's what kind of grosses some people out. I love cottage cheese though. But I know it grosses people out, so no judgment. But eat it. I don't like it with the fruit. I never ate it with fruit or anything sweet. I like it, although I did make cookie dough out of it once based on viral recipes, and that was fine. But I like black pepper. I like the everything seasonings. I like it with vegetables, potato chips, the salty. That's how I ate it growing up, and it's so good. JJ says, it seems like me weight is fixed at the body weight you are now. Is that just your natural healthy weight? Despite the fasting, will your body stay at that fixed healthy weight? Yeah. So, I started fasting 5 years ago in June, so I'm almost 5 years in, and very consistently and quickly, I lost 35 pounds. I got to the low 150s, and by December, so 5 months later, I just stayed there, and that's where I've been, unless I do something drastic. So my weight varies in the one, like maybe 147, maybe 154, depending on where I am in my cycle, or if it was an up day, or if it was a down day. And I don't weigh myself daily anymore, but I very much hit this point where I just stopped losing weight. And I can do things like 75 hard, or I can do things like keto, or I can do, a 5-day fast and get lower. But without tracking anything, I very happily, my body is like, this is where we're going to stay. And at first that was higher than what I wanted to be based on a number. But then I stepped back and I'm like, okay, I feel good. I'm not overweight anymore. I had a reverse fatty liver disease. It no longer shows up on my blood tests. I had like all these health benefits. I felt really good. I didn't have the mental fatigue of dieting, and I was enjoying food. I thought, why do I care about the number? And I ultimately decided I don't. So I just happily stay there. Now I get questions on like perimenopause or menopause and how that changes. I don't know yet. And I have been warned from people that it'll probably change how I can eat or what I eat, and I just don't have anything to say on that yet because I don't know, but I like the easy, and I'm fine with my body like hanging out at this 150 adjacent number. We'll see if it stays that way, but it's almost been 5 years where I'm like, I don't want to say stuck, but I'm here. Hey, Mom. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I thought I caught up. There's a lot more. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be able to get to all of these. I love seeing you guys say hi to Joni, my mom. She's the moderator, so behave. Let's see. Karen says, I picked up a sourdough baking obsession, and the weirdest thing, I'm not that hungry and had a spontaneous down day yesterday. Kind of curious as to why, just so I know whatever I'm pulling or what lever I'm pulling. I don't know why, but I've had those before where I'm like, nothing sounds good, and fasting just seems easier almost. It's not even like I need the down day, or I'm trying to lose weight, but it's like, you know what? This has been busy. There's nothing like super exciting out there. I'm just in a fast. Maybe it was one of those. And then I'm curious if you think like maybe sourdough's doing something with your gut, which is changing your hunger. I have no idea. I'm not in the sourdough obsessed community. I don't need another obsession. Love seeing you guys talk to each other and give love to my mom. Rachel says, hello, I'm a teacher on spring break, so I never catch your lives. I love your content and I'm always inspired. Thank you for putting your fabulous self out there. Oh, thank you for the love. You guys are really great. I love it. And that's so nice of you. And I hope you have an amazing spring break, because if teachers, or if anyone needs a break, it's teachers. This is a really quick story, which I shouldn't be sharing because I have no time. But I volunteered to sell snacks at the middle school dance last week. And I love my daughter and her friends, but there's a lot of middle schoolers there, and 2 teachers were also volunteering their time there. And I'm like, how do you have patience to deal with all of this every day? And they just laughed. And one of them has 2 teen sons. And I'm like, does anything faze you at home? And she shook her head. She said, absolutely nothing. I see it all times 60 daily. And I was like, okay, that would give you a break at home. When to me, when my teenagers come home, sometimes I'm like flatlined. I don't even know how to deal. But teachers, you deserve everything. So I hope you have a fabulous spring break. I really like Fast Like a Girl. A lot of people ask me if I follow her advice, and I don't. Again, I like simplicity also. And this is going back to my earlier discussion. My periods are very irregular. I don't have like the first 7 days and this. It's like, I wish I had something to follow like that. They're very heavy and long and irregular. They're like not irregular and like I don't have them for months, but like sometimes they're 2 weeks long, sometimes they're 10 days, and then they start early. I hate my cycle. So for that reason, and because I like to just take it easy, I don't do that. I do see that I am hungrier really close to my period, and I'll have longer eating windows. And I liked matching how I felt to the words of Dr. Mindy. So I was like, oh, that makes sense why I always want longer eating windows right before my periods start. And so it gave me like validation, like, yes, I should be leaning into eating more if I need that. But I do think it's a great resource. I don't follow it. I get that question a lot. I know you didn't ask it, but I do like the book. I agree. Mom saying, hi, what state are you in? You're asking Rachel. Me too, JJ or Neo. I don't know which one you are, or both. I love me some carbs. Yay, time for your second cup of coffee. This is my second tumbler. It's decaf though. I have switched to decaf most of the time. Let's see. I fast and do watch carbs. When I did keto for a month, I lost 10 more pounds beyond this weight. I just can't keep that up. But I have thought like maybe once a week I could do like a low carb day, because I love like more of a like egg, bacon, avocado, keto type meal. And I like thoroughly enjoy it. I just haven't done it. 24-hour has been my longest fast. Hope to achieve 72-hour in one. I'll join the June one. Yay! And if you're not ready to do 72 hours in June, it's still fun to join and know you're like pushing yourself with other people pushing themselves. And even for me, someone that regularly does the 3 days, I love knowing like, hey, Tanya's out there doing it with me. She's pushing it. And knowing that the community is doing it or pushing themselves in whatever way is pushing themselves, it's just fun. And it's nice to know that we're like doing it together, spread out across the world. And literally it's across the world, which is pretty cool. Karen just started an 80-day lift challenge because I need some consistency. I lifted for 6 years and fell off when I had to move twice. Feels good. Even lifting 2 to 3 days can help the body recomposition. Part of this is going to sound stupid, but I'm saying it anyways because you guys are going to, this is just how I work. So I know if you've seen The Price is Right, one of the prizes I won was a dumbbell set and then a bench. And I'm waiting for both of them to come to start strength training because I want to start something with my new stuff. Like that makes me really excited. I already wanted to start strength training. And then when I won this, like to go with it, it felt like, woohoo, like super exciting because I wanted to start strength training. And then I had this nice new shiny equipment, which I'm someone that nice new things are always fun when you're starting an endeavor. Like, oh, I need new pens or I need a new planner. I need new clothes if I want to work out. I've always fallen trapped to that. But I've only gotten my dumbbells and I haven't gotten my seat, and I want to start a challenge, not 80 days. I don't know what it's going to be, but doing strength training 4 days a week and then getting my 10,000 steps every single day. I'm like kind of coming up with what it is, but my bench hasn't arrived yet. And I'm like, come on, bench. My weights and the bench are from the same company. So I was disappointed last week when the seat didn't come. But I don't want to start it until I have both. Partly for video's sake, partly because it feels exciting to start with the new equipment. And I know that sounds silly because I have other seats in the house, but I want to start it all together with my new prizes. Gosh darn it. But good for you. Woohoo! Keep me involved on your 80-day lift challenge. And I know when I did 75 hard, it was hard to work out twice a day, but I really liked it. And then it became just part of my day. So I'm hoping I'll get into a groove. I'm not the best with routine. I'll have you as my accountability friend. I know it. I've done a 48-hour fast. Good for you. Oh my gosh, I'm almost at 2 o'clock, and I said I wasn't even going to go this long. You guys, I'm so sorry. Let's see. Terry is my name. Nice to meet you. Thank you for watching. Tanya's kids are 8, 6, and 2, and they are piggy, so it's easy to eat their leftovers if I'm not fasting. Yes, I was the same way, and actually not doing it most of the time when I'm fasting has helped me to not do it in the eating windows, because a lot of times I'm like, do I really want Cal's leftover, blah, blah, blah. Nah, I'd rather have something better or more satisfying for me. Okay, so you wish you had my ability to prepare food while fasting. I find it so hard. I did, however, complete a 72-hour clean fast. Yay, good for you on the fast. My like jump into it was baking, actually. Because I wanted something on an up day, and I was like, hey, it's a down day. I know I'll have this to look forward to. And then I actually really enjoyed it, and it surprised me. And I think it's just gone from there. Plus, I have to make food. Like, that's just part of my chore as a mom, stay-at-home mom. I have no way to get around it. And yes, I won't make my favorite food for dinner when I'm not going to eat it that night for dinner. Like, that would be hard. But I have always even before I was a faster, I would make lasagna at 10:30 at night to eat for dinner the next day, even if I wasn't fasting. So I kind of had that as part of my routine. But I do think it gets easier. And then when you like allow yourself to be excited and then you get the joy of eating it in your eating window, it becomes cyclical of like, oh, next time. But I'm sorry, it's hard. I do think, I'm not saying you have a poor mindset, but maybe like hyping yourself up as you do it. Like, yeah, I get to eat one of these cookies tomorrow. And then not celebrating, like popping a confetti thing, but like being excited when you eat it. Like, maybe that could help you. Oh no, I just lost my whole window. Don't know how I did that. I agree, it gets easier. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. There's so many, and I'm at like 2 o'clock already. Yes, try it. I'm gonna see if there's anything. Put cottage cheese in the food processor. I've seen people do that. To me, I'd rather just eat it. Let's see. Jason made cottage cheese pizza crust. So dang good. Interesting. That sounds amazing. I like the cauliflower crust. I've never done the pizza dough, but I have seen where people, it's kind of like making bagels out of yogurt, right? I've seen that. Probably very similar. Very welcome. My mom loves cottage cheese with canned peaches. Yeah. I think of that as like a buffet food when you see like the fruit and the cottage cheese next to each other. And I've just never done that. I don't know why. Have I ever fallen off the wagon and gained weight back? I've lost 20, then regained it a couple times. Not this time. I did that with dieting. I say that's why I was never severely overweight, is because I would constantly gain and lose the same 20, 30, sometimes 40 pounds. I was constantly dieting, losing weight, gaining it back. Like, I would allow myself to suffer through a diet, lose the weight, and then know I'd gain it back over and over and over again. But I've never done that with fasting. Now, I'm sure there are times where I've weighed more than like my lowest. I don't know what my fluctuation point is because I don't weigh myself, but it's never been like clothes don't fit. It's never been anything like that. You know, when we go to Disney this summer, I'm going to eat whenever and however I want. I'm sure my weight might go up a little bit, but then I'll come back to fasting. But I've never stopped fasting long term because I find it so much more joyful than not doing it. I've just never been compelled to stop. Karen says, cottage cheese crust is really good with butter and grated mozzarella. Otherwise, it's too rubbery for me. that sounds so good. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to go. There is so much. Yikes. I think I'm still missing some. Winning them was a sign. I agree. I'm trying to see if there's anything. I just totally missed a whole bunch of comments because I jumped down. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there are too many for me to get through. I just randomly got on this one, but let's say I started fasting a month ago and did ADF for 2 weeks, and it was very difficult for me, so I went back to OMAD, and I've been more consistent. I'd like to try ADF more often. I do think that not every schedule works for every person. I will say, Karina, like, I don't like day in and day out ADF. I did it for a month to see if maybe that would like relieve me of like cooking duties. My family would eat leftovers, and I just didn't like it. I did not like every other day not eating. I like to eat. OMAD really works well for me. And then doing a 1 down day and a 1 up day gave me variety where the 1 didn't seem really difficult. And then having the 1 up day, I enjoy it, but I never feel as good after an up day as I do after OMAD. So I just had to learn what worked for me, what felt good, but I wouldn't ever feel compelled to like something because other people find it successful or because other people like it. Some people are like, I can't eat that much in an OMAD. And I'm like, OMAD probably isn't for you. If you feel like you can't eat enough food in a day, have a longer eating window. I don't have that problem. I have never once in my life felt like I can't eat enough food. So time restriction works really well for me because I can eat volume and enjoy it and not feel restricted. But all of that is to say, don't feel like if ADF, you tried it and you didn't like it, it doesn't have to work for you, or it doesn't have to work for you the same way other people find success with it. But I'm over my normal time and over what I wanted to do today because I feel very busy and I have a video to get out and all these other things you guys don't really care about. But I've enjoyed talking to you. I'll be live again next week. And maybe I'll try, because I'm not promising, I don't think I have anything scheduled next week. Maybe I can do a longer one where maybe I even come on earlier just so it's not as condensed before May. But I love talking to you guys. Thanks for joining. And I hope you guys have wonderful days, wonderful fasts, wonderful eating window. And I look forward to talking to you guys next week. Thank you. Sorry I didn't get to everything. Bye.